for reviewing video games.
It definitely doesn't suck.
Today on the show, we're taking a look at Carve for the Xbox, Battlefield Vietnam for the PC, Bomberman Jetters for the GameCube, and in Versus, it's World Tour Soccer 2005 against Winning 11-7 International. All right, well, seeing as we can use the waves and the water and this beautiful sunny day as inspiration, we're going to start talking about Carve, which is developed by Argonaut and is for the Xbox.
The guys behind iNinja.
iNinja
and Kung Fu Chaos.
And Buck Bumble. Remember Buck Bumble? And they
No.
Star Fox? I gotta do Buck Bumble as a buried treasure. Anyways, this is kind of like Splashdown or Wave Race.
Well, what it is, it's like Splashdown light.
It's definitely pulling elements from those things, but not doing it as sharply or as flashy as those games.
This really is the epitome of mediocrity. You play a game like Wave Race, you play a game like Splashdown, and you go, wow, and the controls are perfect, and the tricks are cool, and the enemies are challenging, and the levels are beautiful. This is just like,
well, I think it's a little better than A.
It goes better than A.
It's a little better than A. We
It's
can you guys can quote us on the box if you want to do that. But what's cool about it is this is the first time you're actually going to be able to race watercraft on Xbox Live.
I waited for a half hour for somebody to play with
All right, there's not enough of you guys playing this game online. It's only $20.
There's two of you out there.
It's worth playing online.
I think they are from Europe. I got called a wanker and a tosser from some 12-year-old English kid. Is that a good term?
Yeah, I think so.
Wanker is good, right?
Yeah, I think so. Here's the thing about Carve, though. It's a budget price game. It's a quality product for a pretty low price.
I got a problem with that whole budget mentality. I got to be honest with you.
Why?
They didn't hit their mark, is what they're telling me.
No, I don't think they're saying.
It was a great game.
No, I don't think so.
$50.
I don't think they're saying this is a bad game. We're going to sell it for cheap.
It's not a bad game.
I think they're saying we don't think these are going to sell that well if we put it at regular price.
Right.
But for $20, you get quite a bit of game for your money. I mean, you get a championship mode where you can pick a team. You've got these 4 different squads that you can pull from. There's lots of music in there. A lot of the music gets a little repetitive, but they did throw in tons of tunes, tons of tracks. The levels are all kind of originally. You've got Arctic levels. You're racing around inside of these shipyards.
They don't look as good as Splashdown, the graphics.
I think they look pretty darn good. I like the water effects. I think it looks better than Wave Race on the GameCube.
I don't know, the water, it's all about the water.
The one thing about the water, I mean, we don't get waves like this. There's none of this kind of action in the game at all.
But Splashdown,
it started to get a bit more. I mean, that's the thing that Wave Race always had. They always had great water, wave physics.
And Splashdown, they had even better stuff.
Nah, it was Splashdown started to get it.
I'll tell you, the best part of the game was the asses. Did you see the asses in this game? I mean, it's hard not to see the asses when you're doing this the whole game.
Yeah, it's nice.
You're doing that the whole game.
We don't need to see that again. So what are you going to give Carve then?
I couldn't get into it. I can't wait for Splashdown. Hopefully that'll come online.
I don't know.
But, I'm going to give this a 6.5.
I think this is a great alternative to Splashdown, and the price is right, 7.5. On the positive side, this is a pretty good deal for around $20. You can play Carve online, and despite what Tommy says, I think the graphics are pretty sweet.
On the negative side, although it is great to see it online, there's barely anyone to play against. Although it does well in each area of the game, it just doesn't blow you away in any of them. And finally, we would have liked to have seen a lot better wave physics. Okay, we're going to move on now to another game with tons of beach action. We're talking Battlefield Vietnam, which was published by Electronic Arts for the PC. What do you think of this one? This is really the online version of like the Medal of Honor series almost. It's a military game. They have a single-player game in there. They do have a single-player game in there. I think they have a major issue with their single-player team. I don't know what they're doing there. Everybody was aware of the problems in 1942, so I don't know why they dropped the ball this time. It should have been a lot more fun. You can't count on your AI teammates at all, and the enemies are ridiculously easy to kill. This game is all about the online experience. The cool thing is, you can get up to 64 people all playing online at the same time, which is pretty incredible. It's pretty amazing. And the great thing about this franchise is that you can literally go anywhere and do anything. In 1942, of course, they had all the WW2 vehicles and stuff like that, but they had to enhance all the technology for Vietnam. So we've got Hueys, we've got jets, better machine guns. Right. I mean, it's great that they've added the jets and the choppers and all this stuff, but if they're not fun to fly, like the Banshee in Halo was a blast to get in and fly, and you felt like you were in a battle and flying over a battle. Same thing with Unreal Tournament 2004. In this thing, you're zipping across the sky. There's fog over the places where you're supposed to hit because the drawing distance doesn't go up far enough.
and it's just hard to control.
You can also set booby traps, which is a new thing, because that was a big kind of warfare element in Vietnam. So, you set up your punji sticks, and that's always fun to watch somebody fall into those. They go to great lengths to make sure that, the detail, like the voices and the weapon sounds.
The 60s music and everything.
The soundtrack, you got some CCR and Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
So they go through great detail in getting to make you feel like you're there.
Yeah.
But then they do the cheesiest deaths and dies. Forget about blood. You don't get any of that stuff.
Well, it's just difficult to sort of think of this war as an arcade experience.
Right.
I mean, it just really is. We've all seen the Oliver Stone movies and Full Metal Jacket and all that stuff, so it's very difficult to take those images out of your head and sit down to this game, and it's just an arcadey thing where people can pop up and disappear.
Well, I mean, I did a tour in now.
Oh, you did?
I was there.
Yeah. You were one? How big were the boots? About that big?
No baby boots.
You had little baby combat boots?
I'll tell you, another disappointing aspect, to be honest with you, was the graphics.
Not that great.
I mean, this game
Especially
came out...
compare it to Far Cry, man.
Or Call of Duty.
And with the jungles in Far Cry, they do have foliage, and it's much better looking than 1942.
But they didn't do it to the next level.
It's not approaching.
Let's put it this way: this game ain't winning any awards this year.
It's awesome to be able to team up and overtake bases with players and jump into choppers and jeeps with other people. But
like you said, compared to Far Cry,
compared to Far
Call
Cry,
of Duty,
or Unreal Tournament 2004,
doesn't stack up.
It's a good game, but not great. 7.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 7.
On the positive side, this game features some brand new vehicles and weapons to have fun with. You can have up to 64 people playing at the same time. And Tommy's favorite part, you can set booby traps.
I just like the booby part.
Right.
On the negative side, the graphics just don't stack up to the current competition. The single-player game is ass. And we don't particularly care for how sanitized the whole Vietnam War is in this experience.
Stick around, there's plenty more explosions coming up in our review of Bomberman Jetters.
Oh, jeez.